we're going to get to question number 3 right here. Okay. Question number 3 is, how are VA disability ratings determined? Okay. So I want to give a little bit of context to that question.
Hmm.
Especially with us being here on YouTube, right? Because I know there's a lot of people talking about service connection, and really appreciate what all the channels do in terms of educating our veterans, and I definitely want to do that. So I know there's some videos that I've seen, and they're talking about like hearing loss and tinnitus claims, right? And we're talking about that tinnitus. You're typically are able to get rated for only 10% service connection for that. Where, so basically what I'm talking about is that some conditions have a maximum rateability. And I know you'll go into that, but there's a channel here that kind of advertises, and there's a few videos I've seen that you can actually get 90% for that claim. So I would definitely want to get you to kind of unpack that. But let's start them off with just letting them know how those um, disability ratings are determined.
Got it. Got it. Oh man. You know, one thing I do want to always convey amongst this channel, you guys, a lot of our information, we're very equitable. You can find a lot of this information to be fact. Okay. We will never provide you any information that is false. Ultimately, if we misspeak in any type of direction of that nature, it is never to do any harm to the veteran or the veteran's claim. If we stand corrected, we will always make sure that we stand corrected. Okay. However, what I will tell you is specific claims of that. Obviously, criteria changes. There's so many different rating criterias. They change on a regular basis when you're dealing with such things as a working document as the CFR, right? The Code of Federal Regulations. However, when we're talking about rating a disability such as tinnitus, has a maximum rating of 10%. Of 10%. However, okay, we must be clear. Just because you're rating tinnitus at 10%, having associated hearing loss can go to 90% and even above. Okay. So that's something that they could have been speaking about. But having a partner like Mr. Jones here to provide context, that's what it's about, right? So we need to kind of dive into those crux, because a lot of those crux are going to uncover the information that you need to assist you. And again, if this channel doesn't assist you in regards to those uncovering some of that detailed information, please reach out to us. I guarantee we'll be able to assist you. Just even if basic answering questions, we would love to do that with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so that definitely helps kind of explain it. So, okay, you can have like secondary conditions um, added to the tinnitus with the hearing loss, and it gets it above that 10% for that particular claim. But when we're talking about claims, and I guess this is kind of hard to have the answer for. It's like, well, you know, why are things, I guess, rated the way they are, from a sense of, when we get into like the VA math, right? I think a lot of veterans have that question of like, well, wait a minute, if I add up my tinnitus, if I add up my PTSD, this, and this, it adds up to 100, but I'm not rated at 100, right? So,
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about that, because I think when they're talking about that rating criteria, it sort of gets into that. And again, we'll have a full video. We're just answering these questions in a general sense, and definitely feel free to leave some comments and we could delve into your specific questions, but we want to just cover this in a general sense right now.
Most definitely. Thank you. That's an awesome question. VA math is a very interesting concept that the VA has imposed. This was something that was imposed, obviously, to make it a little bit more challenging in regards to getting those higher increases. But before I get there, I do want to make sure I make something very clear. You mentioned something about secondary claims in regards to tinnitus and hearing loss and different things of that nature. So I want to make sure everything is clear in regards to hearing loss. Hearing loss is a standalone issue, and also tinnitus is a standalone issue. There were some talks about last year the criteria of that changing. However, as of now, there has not been any movement amongst that. And when we're talking about that criteria, we're meaning that that you must have tinnitus is basically going to be inside the hearing loss criteria. But again, that's a whole nother topic that we can speak about. But everything is a standalone issue. Okay.
Yeah, man. So that VA math, man, it confuses all of us. You know, math wasn't my favorite subject in high school, college, no school. I don't know how I got through it. You got KJ, NBA. I know y'all see that, but it definitely doesn't make me a math whiz, especially with the VA math. Kenneth, I hope you could explain how that interacts with the whole rating process.
Got it, got it. Yeah, so I'm not a mathematician myself, but I think again, whoever invented the formula of this, they were. So when we're talking about VA math, we got to understand, that your disability ratings goes from 0 to 100%. Okay, in 10% increments. Okay, in 10% increments. So if you're ever hearing someone that says, "Oh yeah, I have 32% in disability," we probably want to stay away from them, right? Because again, in regards to taking information. So but it goes from 0 to 100% in 10% increments. And with the VA, they when you're getting rated for any type of disability, you can be rated 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever the scale is. However, typically the VA typically uses a formula. Okay, this formula is then applied to any of your ratings. Okay, that you may have, and when it's applied to your actual rating, it's gonna go ahead and spit out an overall compensable degree of rating of what you're gonna receive. Okay, it is a very complex function. We're gonna have another video that's gonna dive into this a lot further, but ultimately, just know this: we want to make sure that we're striving for again higher disability ratings, maximum ratings, and different things of that nature to get us over the hump of the VA math. But again, you always can consult with a subject matter expert to be able to navigate those waters for you. Okay.
Absolutely. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, man. We getting there. Almost halfway there. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep going. All right. So
Yes, sir.
question